Hey everybody, Jerry here with the 75-gallon Cypress Kneescape. It's the end of the photo period, so the lights are dimming. But I thought I'd just show you what was going on here. I'm in the midst of rearranging and cleaning some things up, and just trying to decide which plants I eventually want in there. So without further ado, I'll come in here, and in the center, basically I have Hygrophila araguaea, and the plants to the right I just topped yesterday from over here on the left. So hopefully these will spread out. In my experience, I've had araguaea before, and it'll grow really nice. It should grow really nicely and nice and thick, not get too high, but a little taller than it is. And in the back you can see my red phantom tetras. I think I have about a baker's dozen or something like that. That's 13, in case you didn't know. Over to the right, you see one of my red-breasted dwarf cichlids on the alert that is breeding color. His or her partner, is very difficult to tell the male from the female, at least I can't, is somewhere in that cypress knee group and will come out occasionally, but there's probably a clutch of eggs in there somewhere. Here is one of the other pair. Hiding in there because the other one is breeding right now, so that pair tends to keep everybody over to the other side of the tank. So here you see I have a lot of bulbitis, lots and lots of bulbitis. I've actually winnowed a lot of it, but there's still a ton of it. Then I have some Windalove. These areas in here, just until the other day, were totally covered with Java Trident. The ferns grow really, really thickly in here. It just gets ridiculous. Here is a nice Cryptocoryne, the Sunset that Tom had sent me. He sent me like 1 or 2 stems months and months ago, and eventually, I was just patient and I got this section, and then it grew enough to start some section, a section over here. So eventually this will come. This is a huge amount of Java Trident that I'm going to send Tom. I don't think he has any idea exactly how much I'm going to send him, but all that came from the 220, and you can see I have another bunch of it here. So, Tom, I hope you can really use this stuff. You're getting a ton of it. It's really nice and healthy. Here you can see more bulbitis. It does grow immersed. It just never really does that well. It tends to dry out. But I got a ton of that. And then I have some more Windalove, and that's basically it for plants. I'm going to let the araguaea grow in and keep the Sunset, the crypts, over to the corners, and just fill in the cypress knees with Java fern and bulbitis. And that's about it. So if we come back, we can see my crappy job on doing the conduit bars. I must have been high or something when I did the measuring, because the conduit bar to the left is about 2 or 3 inches too much to the right, so I need to straighten that out. That'll only take me a few minutes, but it works good other than that, and that's all I really care about. So the other thing I'll show you here is the other fish I have are checkerboard cichlids. So you can see a couple of females right there. And here's the male coming into view. You can tell because he's got the elongated caudal and dorsal fin extensions. He's also somewhat bigger. And there's one of the females. The other thing is the females, their pectoral fins are red, whereas the males tend to be clear. And I have 3 or 4 of those, just one male but several females. And I thought I saw some eggs that they were guarding the other day, but they've since disappeared. And that's about it. Later.